Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. You most likely are. My name is CJ and I post makeup videos here on YouTube, which is what you're watching. That was really stupid. But anyway, today I'm just going to be doing my August 2020 favorites. I'm not doing like favorites and fails because just a couple weeks ago I posted a video about products that I'm getting rid of. I'll link it like right there. And so I didn't want to be like overly negative, but before we jump into it, I will put right here the timestamp where I get into like makeup and actual makeup stuff, just in case you don't care. Totally fine. I think it's pretty cool because guess what, my brother beat cancer this month. So my first favorite, my most ultimate favorite of my entire life, I'm not gonna cry. I probably am. Well, I'm not going to do it in this video because that's really embarrassing and I don't like to cry in front of people. But anyway, my brother, if you don't know, I think I've kind of like hinted at it here and there across my channel, but I've not really wanted it to be like this huge thing just because I don't like talking about it because it makes me sad. But back in March, 2 days before my birthday, not that that matters, but you know, that's just how I remember it in my brain, my baby brother, he is 19, he was diagnosed with stage 4 osteosarcoma cancer. He had this ginormous tumor in his arm, he had cancerous spots in his lungs, and we just did not at all know what to do. Luckily we have health insurance. I can't imagine people going through this with the added financial struggles, so I'm not trying to get any sympathy points. I just think I would be a terrible human being if I put out an August favorites, even though this is totally makeup oriented, and did not mention my brother's nurses, his doctors, his surgeons. They are my favorite people in the entire world, and if I could give my life to them 1,000,005 times over, I would. He was diagnosed back in March and has been going through very intensive chemo ever since. It's been the most heart-wrenching thing to watch your completely healthy 19-year-old brother basically die. And my brother was the sassiest, most Hamilton loving, cooking loving person, or I mean he still is because he's here, but anyway, I'm not going to go into like a huge spiel. He just had 2 major surgeries last week. He had the tumor out of his arm removed. He had this entire bone removed and replaced with a huge metal rod. They took the tumor out. My dad saw the tumor. He said it looked like a turkey leg. And then 2 days later, after the arm surgery, they did lung surgery. Long story short, he is home. We think we still have to get the results from his tumor analysis. They're testing it or whatever, and if there's live cells in that tumor, we thought at first that we're gonna have to do chemo again, which would have freaking sucked, but instead they think he's healthy enough now that they will just be able to do radiation, which is good because that'll just affect his arm. That won't affect him as a person. Well, I mean, I'm sure it will, but you know what I mean? So anyway, huge shout out. This is so stupid, but I have to talk about it because I'm really fucking happy. Okay, that's that. Really cool, right? Yeah, so, sorry. Let's go ahead and just get into my makeup and beauty favorites. So, as I said, I don't have any fails that I'm doing this month because I already did like a recent fails video. So yeah, I have a few things. I have makeup, I have hair care, I have skincare. I have skincare. So I have like the whole shebang shaboom. So the first thing I want to talk about, I have posted 2 videos using, and then I also just posted an Instagram using this palette. Shameless plug, please go follow my Instagram. I rarely ever post on it, but it's still, you know, it would still be really nice for you to follow me. But anyway, the first thing I want to talk about is this e.l.f. J Kissa To The Rescue palette. This is e.l.f. and J Kissa's second collaboration. It had a very good like benefiting dog rescues, pit bull rescues theme to it. I loved the colors. It's a rainbow-esque palette. If you saw my review of it, which you should, I thought it was pretty cool. I really liked the look that I came up with. But when I did get my palette, 2 of the shades, strawberry and I don't even know what that says, confetti. I think that says confetti. The red and the purple shimmer came shattered. I tried to press them back with rubbing alcohol. I don't think it worked. I just really don't think I did it right, honestly. But I digress. That has nothing to do with it. I freaking love this palette. It's beautiful. I will say I did try and use the purples today and I didn't love them. Pretty Girl, especially this deepest purple, it was incredibly patchy. I tried packing it on, it wouldn't do it. So you can take that however you will, but the other shades, these oranges I used yesterday or day before yesterday. Yeah, it was day before yesterday because we had a hurricane and I was at home, you know. But anyway, so I played with those. Obsessed. Obsessed. Like, I will say the shimmers are nice. I do like the shimmers, but I think the mattes, except for that purple, as I said, but the mattes are just where this palette gets me. They're just beautiful, especially the yellows and especially the oranges and even the greens. Like in my review, I'm trying to like remember all the times I've used this palette, but the greens in the first demo that I did with this palette performed so beautifully. And I know greens, I feel they're especially hard to formulate, and I think that these greens, there's two of the matte ones. I haven't tried the shimmer actually, but the two matte greens were absolutely flawless, and that's really hard for a green. And so this palette, it's e.l.f. It's incredibly affordable. Off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly how much this was. I feel like it was maybe $15 to $20, so not a lot for what you're getting. You get all these cute stickers to where you can decorate your palette. I put, you know, the cute ones, and then I have 3 dogs. I put my dogs' names on here, Chewy, Chewy, Lila, and Gizmo. So I just think it was so cute, and I love J Kissa. I love this aesthetic. I love the rainbow-esque palettes where you're getting color, but this is just my kind of rainbow because it's not so bright. These are like the richer, jewelier, just deep. I said this in my last freaking video, I don't know what's wrong with me, but like the girthier tones, you know what I mean? Like they've got depth to them. They've got deepness. Like they're just beautiful. I love this palette. All right, okay, I did want to talk about this. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. I love e.l.f. Okay, as I said, I'm an incredibly cheap person. I don't buy or splurge on much makeup, so I like e.l.f. a lot because they're inexpensive. This little Retro Paradise palette, man, is where it's at. This shit is good. Like, I posted, I think, a trying a bunch of new stuff video. I'll link it right there. I did try this palette. There was this Caliente shade right here. This one, I wasn't the hugest fan of it, but every other effing shade in this palette, Dijon is a godsend to me. It's a godsend. I don't care how dramatic that sounds. It's my mustardy transition, beautiful on green, hazel eyes as it brings it. Oh, it's beautiful. So Dijon, great. Sea Salt, this little shimmery white, beautiful. It has a little bit of fallout because it is like a chunkier shadow, but oh my god, if you're doing something like super dramatic and you just like want to pop a vibrant white glitter shimmer in your inner corner, spritz your brush, put it in sea salt, and put that on your inner corner, and you can thank me later. So there's that one. Tropicana, this lavender is absolutely stunning. You can't see it because I decided to put a little glitter, so you can't really see where I put it, but it's beautiful. Coconut and I can't say this word, cacao, C-A-C-A-O, both beautiful, stunning brown shades. One's very warm, one's more cool toned, so you've got options. And then Disco. Let's talk about Disco. Disco is this little shade right here. It is this lavender blue, beautiful mess of a shade. The fallout is insane. Okay, it is. It's bad. There's bad fallout, but if you have your brush wet, like you should when you're using a shade like this, you're gonna get you're gonna get a bunch of fallout, right? So do your eyes first, but if you pack that on the lid, it takes a little bit of packing, I'm not gonna lie. You gotta use a little bit of it. So I feel like I might hit pan on that shade pretty quickly, but that's whatever. It was a cheap palette. That color, I I honestly, I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful. It's ethereal. For that shade, for sea salt, and for Dijon canvas, like this little blank shade right here is so good. It's like it's got pigment to it, you know, like usually these shades and palettes are just throwaway shades, you know, they're just for the aesthetic of it, just for the like semblance of usefulness. They're like, oh well, we're giving you this, but it doesn't do anything. This does something, at least on my skin tone. Sorry, I was fine. But this, I don't know if you're a deeper skin tone, maybe not. But God, even, okay, what's it called? Sandy butt? Sandy bum, sorry, sandy butt. That reminds me of SpongeBob. But this one, I feel like would be really good for people with darker skin tones as like this shade, but for, you know, deeper people. Just, it's such a good palette, and it's so inexpensive. It's just so good. It's so good. You need this in your life, okay? If you don't have it, what are you doing? You're not using this palette, but you should. Okay, so I only have a few more makeup things. 2 of them are cream contours, and they're very opposite. So the first one I'll talk about is the Ofra one. Okay, this I got on sale. It is the Ofra Skin Sculpting Wand in Sunset. This is a cream contour shade. This shade I like more than the other one, okay? I checked on it like 2 days ago, and it's still on sale for like, for like $10. But it's just it's basically like a concealer, but it's made for contour. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, you probably have and just have been kind enough not to mention it. I have an incredibly round face, and you know, with quarantine and COVID, same thing, and then with my brother's cancer, and then like other family shit I got going on, I've been drinking a decent amount, okay? You can judge me, I don't care. So my face is a little puffy, okay? And it's already puffy because I have an incredibly round face. So I've been really into cream contour because I feel like it's a lot more natural looking than a powder contour. And I got this, and I'm obsessed with it. I love it. Now, it is $10, and you get barely anything. I mean, this is like, this is the e.l.f. 16-hour camo, right? Okay, it's smaller than that. Okay, and it's 10, I mean, and $10 really isn't a lot, but that was on sale. I think it's like 14 or 15 bucks, like not on sale. But I'll probably buy this again just because I do love the color, and I struggle so hard picking out a good contour shade for me online. Usually the ones that I get are way too warm tone, and then I just look like a muddy mess. This one, I'm actually incredibly proud of myself for picking up. I just think it's so good when I'm going all freaking in with makeup. Except for today. Today I went with the other one, but because I'm obsessed with that one equally. But I just think this is so good, and it's so cool. It gives you that like model-esque chisel, you know, like the very, oh no, that's where my bone is. That's not where the sun hit me. That's where the bone is, because I'm skinny. You know what I mean? Like, I'm thinking of that TikTok thing where it's like, because I'm skinny. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I really like the formalization of this. I think it's beautiful. I think it blends super easily. It's a more moussey formula, and it's a little, it's kind of sheer, like you can see it's kind of gone away, but I like that because you can't go in too heavy-handed with it, and you can't like make yourself look actually like emaciated. I mean, you could probably if you built it up, but it's kind of hard to do that, you know. I think this is really good. I really do, and I really like this. And so on the other opposite of the spectrum, I have a $1 cream contour from shopmissay.com. I love this thing. This is what I have on my cheeks today. I have no other bronzer or contour on. I have blush and I have highlight. I do not have any other bronzer or contour on. Okay, now it's little, but it twists up, and I've been using this for months now. So this is the AOA Studio Sculpt FX contour stick, and I got the shade Sand. I was really stupid and just like read the little shade chart wrong. So the shade that I wanted, I didn't get. I got this one instead because it was like opposite on this. I don't know how to explain without making myself seem really stupid, but I still freaking love this thing. It's a little more warm tone than I would like for like an actual contour, but it's just so good. It's creamy. It blends like a dream. It's got a pigmentation to it. Like, it's just so good. And I was like, the color honestly is not half bad. Like, if it was like half hair, cooler toned, oh my god. Which that's why I'm like, the second I run out of this, I'm rereading that chart, and I'm gonna try and do it right this time. But this is just, it's so good, and it's an effing $1. It's $1. Okay? Shopmicellar.com is a freaking treasure trove, all right? This is really good. You need to get your hands on it if you can. It's great. It's great. It's great. I have no heart. It's just beautiful. So next thing I want to talk about is this Ciate London Confetti Highlighter. So, I got this in a BoxyCharm, and it is a highlighter, right? As a highlight, it is too dark for me. It is, you see that? Yeah, way too dark for me. Okay, I'm a pale ass bitch. I can't wear that. But recently, because I got rid of a bunch of stuff, okay, I filmed a video of it. You can check it out right there. I couldn't bring myself to get rid of this because I think it is honestly beautiful. Like, I really do. I love the color. I love the shimmer behind it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this as an all over lid shade. And I have literally worn this highlighter as an all over lid shade to work every single day for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Okay. Would I repurchase this? I don't. It's just so pretty. Like, especially, it's like, it's got like the pinky peachy tone that I feel like would be so pretty, like on a brown. It would be good with any eye shade, honestly. And I just think it's so pretty. I do love, I think it's so good. The mirror is really good. I really like this mirror for mascara. I don't know if I'll actually repurchase this, but it is a favorite because I have been wearing this every single day for 2 weeks, and I love how it looks. I love how it looks. And I just think it's so beautiful and effortless, and it's just like a wash of shimmer, but it's not anything too crazy or too vibrant. It's just the perfect everyday, all day shade. Okay? Alright, so I only have 2 other makeup things. This, I think I've probably talked about this in a video before, so I'm not going to harp on it. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Color Correcting Pen. I alternate between this and like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Corrector pretty regularly, but I was using the Maybelline one a lot, and then I watched a Robert Welsh video, and because I am a sucker and I'm like roped into anything that I see, he said something about like using a stain on the under eyes instead of like a heavy concealer because it looks more natural. And I was like, well, I don't have a stain. I'm not going to go buy a stain, but I have this thing, which is kind of close, and it is, and it's great. It's very lightweight. It's more, I mean, I'll show you how it works. It's one of those little twisty things, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you see it? It's very liquidy, pretty sheer, but just built up underneath the eye. It's the perfect wash of that peachy correcting tone, but it's not thick like a concealer. It's way more light of a weight. That sounded so weird to say, but like, it's a more lightweight thing. I mean, if you have like severe under eyes, I think I have pretty decent under eye bags because I don't sleep ever, but this usually helps. Some days I might have to put the Maybelline one on top of this, but for normal to slightly more than average dark circles, I feel like this would be absolutely beautiful because it's not super heavy, and so it won't leave that super makeup-y looking look underneath your eyes like a heavier concealer would. This will give you the best little light wash of color that once you put a like a normal your skin tone or lighter concealer on, it'll be beautiful, and you won't be able to tell that there's like this whole other element to your under eye trying to conceal your dark circles. Does that make sense? Like, it's very, I don't know, it's just really, really good. And I forgot how much I loved this, and then I watched his video. I was like, oh my god, I have something just like that, and then I used this. I was like, oh my god, thank you, Robert. Forgot how much I love this, because I do. Alright, so the last makeup-y thing is actually, it's lash adhesive. I don't know if this is like makeup to you, but it is to me. So I don't know if you've watched my channel a lot. I am not the greatest at false eyelashes. I'm getting quite a bit better, I'm not gonna lie. I've tried like a few different lash glues. I don't know what I I like so much about this one, but I do really like it. I think it works really, really well for me. This is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive with aloe, and it's clear. So I was using a black one for the longest time, as I said, because I wasn't able to just pop on a lash. I had to like use the black glue as like a liquid eyeliner, which was, oh my god, I mean, it worked really, really well and it was incredibly easy, but it took me weeks to get that shit off my eye, okay, using oil, using everything. So I don't really vibe with that. This, I don't know what it is about this one. It takes like maybe 10-15 seconds to dry. It doesn't take that long, and I don't know, that's what I have on my lashes today. I just think it works really, really well. Like if, you know, one part is kind of poking up a little bit more, I'm able to just kind of tap this onto the lash line, pop it down, and this will come off easily. I mean, not if you do like a whole actual wing, but if you do like just a couple of dots here and there, it will come off pretty easily. So I really, really like this, and I'm really excited that I have it, because I think it's been a struggle for me to get eyelashes down, and I feel like this honestly has helped me out quite a lot. All right, so the second to last thing is this simple micellar water. It's just for all skin types, sensitive skin, experts kind of skin, micellar cleansing water. I have gone through a few stages, okay? So I was at one point using the Neutrogena makeup wipes, okay? I'm really trying not to purchase those just because they're super wasteful. Apparently they're not really good for your skin, just whatever. So I'm trying really not to buy those. Then I was using the Physicians Formula cleansing balm, the matcha one. It worked. I love that thing, but apparently it's got like plastic in it or something, which is also really not good for the environment. So now I'm kind of trying this whole new system, okay? Also, I've been watching a frick ton of skincare by Hiram. Hey dude, thanks. But anyway, so I have been using a few new things, and so the other two I'm not in love with, just because I feel like there's a couple other brands that I want to try out. With this, I'm actually obsessed with. This is just a micellar water. So what I've been doing is I've been using an oil face remover. I've been using like an oil makeup remover, you know, pumping that out, washing my face with that, then using a face wash. I'm using the Kylie Skin one just because I have it and I don't want to waste it. It's not the best, but it doesn't suck, so I've just been using that to get, you know, through it. And then after all that, then I'll go in with a cotton round and this and just get everything else off. And usually once I do those two steps, there's really not that much else to get off, but this is just so good. I love this. I was using Witch Hazel, the Myers, or no, it's the Thayer's one, right? The one with like the red cap that everyone like loses their shit over. I was using that. That honestly, it didn't bother me, but just watching like skincare videos, not just Hiram's, but like other people's, I'm like, maybe that's probably not the greatest thing. Like I haven't had any adverse side effects, but I was like, well, I mean, I can go ahead and try something that's made me better. So I got this, and this is honestly better. It doesn't strip my skin nearly as much. This is something you can do everywhere. It doesn't burn your eyes. It doesn't make your skin feel tight, like I mean, it makes you feel clean. So it's getting all the shit out of your skin, but it doesn't make your skin feel so like tight clean. You know what I mean? Which you really don't want that, because that means your skin's super dehydrated. But anyway, I really love this. This is so good. And like, I was playing with makeup earlier and I did an eye look that I really freaking hated, and so I went in with my just some eye makeup remover, tapped that on my eyes, let it sit for a little bit, wiped that off, and then went in with this, and everything was gone. So this is pretty powerful shit, but it's just like water. Like, it's honestly, it's water, but like powerful water. I don't really know how it works, but it's great. And it's from the drugstore, so it's cool. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is this hair care thing. So this is by Maui Moisture Hair Care. It is the Smooth and Repair Vanilla Bean Hair Butter for frizzy, unruly hair. It's silicone free. So I've been on TikTok a lot because it makes me happy. And today's probably not the greatest representation because this is second day hair, but I have pretty curly hair, and I honestly, I really like how my hair looks when I just get out of the shower, put the right products in and let it air dry. I might have to tidy up a few curls with like a wand, like a curling wand or something, but other than that, if I have the right products, I feel like I can get a really decent look out of it. So I was on TikTok and I saw these people doing the curly girl method, which I've always heard of the curly girl method, and my whole understanding of it was like, you only wash your hair like once every 2 weeks, and that's stupid of me to assume because I know it's a lot more than that, but I was like, I can't do that because literally my hair is greasy within a day. Like, I can't not wash my hair every other or every 2 days. Like, and every 2 days is pushing it, okay? But anyway, so I saw this one girl and it was like, it's like this new thing. So basically, you only brush your hair in the shower when there's conditioner in your hair. I love that. That is so good. That's another favorite for this month. I don't care what conditioner you're using, but if you have curly hair, even if you have straight hair, I think that's so good for your hair because it's not like trashing your hair, you know what I mean? It's just like you got conditioner in there to protect it a little bit, so then you brush it. So I love that trick, so that's a favorite as well. But then it was doing like the plop method or whatever. I am not smart. I couldn't figure out how to do it with a t-shirt. A lot of people use t-shirts. I've always used t-shirts to kind of like towel dry my hair instead of towels, just because I know they're a lot better and they cause a lot less frizz. But I couldn't do the plop thing where you like take your wet hair after you put your styling stuff in it and then put it on your head and then do like the t-shirt. I couldn't do it. I'm just not cool enough. So I still use my little, I have like a microfiber thing it's just like a cone shape, and you put your hair in it and then you take the tail and there's like a little button that you wrap the thing around. I love it. It's great. It's so good. But anyway, so I've been trying to do the plop method where, you know, you get out of the shower, you kind of dry your hair a little bit with your t-shirt or whatever, and then you put your products in, and then you do the plop thing, and you let it sit for like 20-30 minutes, and that kind of helps it dry, but it also really brings the curl in, right? Okay, so I got this at the store because I was just intrigued by it. I saw it, I was like, ooh, that kind of looks cool, so I got it, and it smells, oh my freaking god. I used this as lotion the other day. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I freaking used it as lotion. I put too much in my hand for my hair, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. And I smelled good the rest of the day. But anyway, this smells really good. So I used it for a few days doing the plop thing, and I loved how it turned out. It gave me so much more curl definition than what I'm used to, than what other products I had been using had given me. So the other day I was like, okay, I want to see if it's just that product or if it's just this plop method thing, right? So I used products that I had been using prior to using this Maui one. Not even close. Not even close. I think there's something about this. You can go in too heavy-handed with it. It's kind of hard. Like, I feel like you can put a decent amount in your hair and not get too incredibly weighed down. So I love this. I really do. The smell, I love how it made my hair look. You got, I mean, you can't put like a freaking handful in there, but I mean, you can put a decent amount in there, and as long as like maybe you might have to dry shampoo your roots a little bit the next day, but other than that, this is beautiful. I love this so much. This is so good, and I'm very excited to keep using it and just like kind of honestly like experimenting with like the whole curly girl plop thing, you know what I mean? That is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video so much. My videos have been getting a little bit more like views than normal, and I'm really excited about it, so I'm kind of trying to keep on with the uploads. But thank you so much for watching. You're so nice. What have you been loving this month? Have you hated anything this month? Please let me know. If you've tried any of these products, I would love to know your feedback on them. Please like, please subscribe, and then the end screen will maybe give you a video you maybe want to watch after this. That was really weird, but anyway, thank you again so much for watching. I love you. I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are in this crazy world, and I will see you next time.